Some make perfume to intoxicate a room, and some make TV to try and teach us. Some make pies so good you'll want to cry, and some make stories up to try and reach us. Oh, everyone makes something, just follow them around. Some make war and some make trouble everywhere they're found. Oh, everyone makes something, some make noises in their sleep. Yes, everyone makes something even when told not to make a peep. Don't make a peep. Shh. So when you meet somebody new and you don't know what to say, here is one thing you can ask them so you don't look stupid. Say, listen here, I'd like to ask a question if I may. As you go about your days, oh please, tell me, what do you make? What do you make? What do you make? What do you make? Hello everyone and welcome to Paint by Monster with me, your host, Easel Monster. This is part 2 in a series of videos I'm calling The Fire Truck Ducks. And in the very last video in this series, I will tell you a little story that goes along with the art. But in the meantime, I'm taking you through a process of producing a big drawing of the fire truck ducks and of transferring that drawing to watercolor paper and then watercoloring the drawing. Last time, I made the pencil drawing on layers of tracing paper until I got to the final drawing that I liked, and I got this comment posted to that video from my friend, Dr. Paul Guestwicki. My family would love to see the tracing sheets peeled away one at a time to show the evolution of the drawing, maybe with some commentary about the creative evolution of the piece. Cheers. See, this is why it's good to have smart friends. They keep up. So, all right, let's take a look at the layers of this drawing. This top layer is where most of the real drawing took place. Underneath that is a layer of blank tracing paper. A layer of blank paper in between each successive layer helps create some distance and so helps you to see what lines you want to save in the next version of the drawing. Then there are the ducks that I began to sort of feel my way around where the ducks might be positioned on the fire engine. Underneath that layer, there is another layer of blank tracing paper. And at the very bottom, the big shape drawing of the fire truck with some sort of sketchy indications of where the ducks on the fire truck might go. Now it's time to flip that finished drawing over, and I've taped a new piece of tracing paper on top of that so that I can trace over those lines in reverse. Now, I'm going to do this reverse drawing in brown pencil. This is actually a brown Prismacolor pencil. And I'm going to redraw this entire drawing in brown Prismacolor. And when that's finished, I'm going to flip this drawing over and transfer all of these brown lines onto a piece of watercolor paper. And I'll show you that when we get to that part of the process. So, what do you make? And how serious are you about making? How much importance do you give to making stuff in your life? Have you ever chopped anything out of your life because it got in the way of your art? When the rubber meets the road and it's time to get really serious about your art, what are you willing to give up in order to get there? How important is your art to you? How far do you want to go? I heard this story one time about a writer for New Yorker magazine. He said in his years of writing and interviewing people that he had met many people who knew how to put in a hard day's work, but that he had met very few who knew how to put in a hard day's play. I love that story. I love that story because for an artist, I think your sense of exploration and the adventure of using your own imagination is everything. That's what learning to be an artist is all about. Learning to put in a hard day's play. That is what lights the way to a successful and fulfilling creative career. And I don't mean financially successful, I mean personally successful. And certainly this means there are times when you are going to have to tell certain opportunities or even certain people to get out of the way. Now, if you know you never want to pursue art seriously and you want it on the side of your life somewhere and you want to dabble, there's nothing wrong with that. But if there's something in you that feels really seriously about some kind of art, if you grab hold of a certain artist's work and you think, man, that is what I want to do with myself. I want to start climbing the ladder of artistic fulfillment by developing my imagination and my creative skills, whatever skills are necessary for you to do your particular art. If there's something in you that says, I want to do that with my life, then maybe it's time to chop some stuff out of your life that's keeping you from reaching your goals and to look at the big picture of your life and get going. All right, the timer on this video says that we have been visiting now for a little better than 6 minutes, so I think for this video, it's probably a good idea to wrap it up. Next time on Paint by Monster, we'll transfer the brown lines of this drawing onto the piece of watercolor paper and soak that paper in water in order to set the brown line and to remove the sizing from the paper. We'll staple the paper down onto a board and get ready to watercolor. Hey, if you like this video, please like and subscribe. Also, please leave me a comment in the comments section below. Thanks to all of my supporters on Patreon. And in the meantime, you know what to go do with yourself, right? Go make some art. Make a drawing or a painting. Go make something entertaining. Make some art. Go make some art. Go get your pencils, paints, and papers, blaster, chisels, markers, scrapers, rulers, canvas, brushes, hammers, nails, and tape, guitars, and super glue. Get glue and macaroni, cameras, frames, and fried bologna. Go get anything you need for making art. That gnawing feeling deep inside that you can do it isn't lying to you. Get up off your butt and make some art. Paint by Monster is made by one monster sitting in a tiny upstairs bedroom studio smack downtown in Muncie, Indiana. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, go make some art, and see you next time. Hey, also, if you are one of my supporters on Patreon at any level, I don't even care if you're a $1 supporter on Patreon, would you please go over there on Patreon and send me your home address or your P.O. box. Send me your snail mail address so that I can send you one of these refrigerator magnets. They have the lyrics to Go Make Some Art on them and a little picture of me at the bottom. They are a metal magnet. They're 1 5/8 inches by 4 5/8 inches, and I want you to have one. Please send me your address.